Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My girl Chella is here.
That's right.
Chella H, Big H.
Hey.
All right, and let's talk about some Yeetie things. Let's talk about Kayla Nicole first. Now, she was on Angel Reese's podcast, and she had a conversation with her about dressing up as her, I guess, a guy she was dating, his new girlfriend for Halloween. It turns out the person she was talking about was Tiana Taylor.
Wow.
And Tiana Taylor was like, just leave me alone. Basically, she's staying out the mix. Why is my name being brought up in it?
Right.
And then she got a lot of backlash after those comments. I saw Cameron on Mace had some things to say about it, people on social media. Well, she said that she got a lot of criticism, but she ignored it all. The only thing is that her mother was offended by the social media commentary. That's a real thing. When things happen online, people attack you. You can ignore it, but people who love you really have an issue with it. Mm-hmm. She was on I Am Athlete, and here's what else she had to say.
There is a part of me that cares about how I'm influencing people and what they think of me and what they have to say of me. So looking back on my decisions, even recently, sitting down and doing a podcast, I felt like there were moments where I articulated myself in a really good way, and then were moments where if I could go back, I would maybe change the way that I said things because it didn't fully embody my character or my heart. But that's something that I'm learning, right? As athletes, y'all have mastered that because you've done that your whole life.
Yeah, that's not an easy thing. And I do want to say, I saw a lot of people acting like Kayla Nicole was nobody before she dated Travis Kelce, because she's Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, and then he started dating Taylor Swift, right? But she was definitely a broadcaster. She has a degree in journalism. She's a model. She has her own athletic wear line. So it's not like she wasn't doing anything. I don't like when people are like, well, she was nobody. She just dated somebody. Even before that, she was doing things.
Right. But she also probably shouldn't have antagonized the situation with the costume either, right?
I think that she went on there and she wanted to tell her truth. It's a funny story. It went viral, right? And maybe she didn't anticipate, because I don't think it was her trying to attack Tiana Taylor necessarily. It was just something crazy that she did. Like, why did I dress up like this for Halloween? You know how we all do stuff. Sometimes we don't talk about it, and she just did. And people had such an issue about it. So, you know.
Well, I mean, you know, it's just certain things you do, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we all know how difficult that can be. All right. Now let's talk about the Menendez brothers, because there is going to be a press conference in LA today. They're doing this, I think, at 1 p.m. And there's a hearing set for November 29th because the Los Angeles County District Attorney is going to be examining some new evidence. So the Menendez brothers, you know, this has been the #1 show and documentary that's been on Netflix. So
that we need to finish.
And the Menendez brothers' previous appeals did not work out in their favor, but they are holding a resentencing hearing due to new evidence. So according to the DA's office, they received a photocopy of a letter that was allegedly sent by one of the brothers to another family member discussing sexual molestation by their father. They also submitted another piece of evidence that may be linked to the claim that their father had sexually molested them. And so this would have changed, they said, the outcome of the case potentially.
Yeah. That's a crazy situation, G.
Man, listen. So if this resentencing does happen, they could either walk out based on what the court decides. They could also be given a shorter sentence because they've been in there for over 3 decades. Yeah. Or they could have a new trial, which I'm sure they would rather not do. I'm sure they'd rather just be able to walk out and say, all right, time served, because people are saying they should get time served for this. But, you know, they went to jail for murdering their parents. And if you haven't watched it, you need to make sure you're paying attention to it, because it is an amazing series and a really crazy story. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we had going on last night. We did try to watch this, but we had so much fun last night. You know why?
Yes, we did.
Because we were outside.
We was outside.
Maynard was supposed to be here today. He is not. We'll talk about that as well. But we did go see amazing movie, Smile 2, and we'll give you some details. But no spoilers. It's way up.